Welcome back to episode 15 with your hosts, Amy and Kate. We're on location today, where I am. I'm back home. I'm at Devon for like 24 hours, so yay! And today we will be... Well, Kate's still at her house, so, you know. No changes over there.
Yeah. And absolutely white. Okay, can I ramble about what I've been up to first?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I had one hell of a week last week because we did a paper 2 test for English language.
Ugh.
And then we had a biology test that I had, because I'm doing IGCSEs this year. I'm in the second year of my schooling.
Yeah.
And this particular school, and it's like 2-year course for IGCSEs, so I'm doing my IGCSEs this year. And I did my French and my Spanish oral exams.
And how did those go?
French one's a lot better than Spanish, I think. But it's really important that French goes well because I want to take that into A-level.
Yeah. I like doing French as well. I think I got a 6 on my French. Although the big flaw I did was I said to decompose someone instead of to relax. Because it's decompresser. It's basically the same word, but one has an ER and one just has an E, and it's really hard to like figure it out. Plus it's stress, and then you cry internally while you're doing it. So oral exams are not anyone's cup of tea, so don't worry about doing too badly if you do. But I doubt it, because you study too much.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you? Because all the times I've said, calm down, don't do too much. You're like, I've wiped myself out again. I can't go in. I've overworked myself. Yeah. Put the middle finger up. That's fine. It's not like we're recording or anything.
Well, it doesn't look like I am.
Well, then it does. You're just like, Well, you can't see because I've got the sun. So, you're lucky. Yeah. It's like the Italian. Capizza. Yeah.
But can you see what I meant when I showed you that thing a couple of weeks ago now?
Yeah. I still think it looks like a foot.
We're going to have that argument for a while. So
it looks like it doesn't look... It's a race course. It looks like a foot, doesn't look like a hand. But anyway, we should currently introduce what we're actually planning on doing today. Because I think we've got some...
Let's say what we're talking about, and then I'll talk more about that thing I sent you. Interesting.
Okay. So today, me and Kate have, because of last week's episode, me and Kate have realised our mutual love of another fandom we're both in, i.e. the Percy Jackson fandom. Well, there's a lot of different things you can say about Percy Jackson. There's the horrendous first edition films, and then there's the amazing book series, and then there's the second series, and then the third and the fourth, where they go into different mythologies, which is awesome. Rick Riordan is the author of all of them, and all good. The films are awful. The Disney Plus series is rather good.
What I was gonna say.
Yeah, you need to chime in.
Thank you.
Yeah. The movies are terrible. I mean, they got every single character wrong. The only good line in those entire films is like, "Hey, don't stand on my roof." That's the only part they got right, and it's like 5 seconds of like 2 movies. Sorry.
Like, you know what else they got really right? Even though he doesn't look the part, is I would probably say Percy. Like, casting for Percy is actually decent.
Yeah, Percy, it is rather decent, but...
And the casting for Annabeth, like, I know they didn't make her, like, blonde hair, but they did get a good actress for, like, the...
Yeah, they got a good actress, but if they're gonna if they're gonna make a movie out of a book, you need to get the right characters and the right kind of looking, because else it kind of ruins the storyline as you go forward. And they got the timeline wrong as well. Cronus wasn't supposed to appear until like the 4th book, not in the 2nd.
I guess he did get picked up for a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th one.
Yeah, but luckily it didn't, because everyone hated them so much. So yay! No more movies.
Yeah, although the second movie did introduce me to Nathan Fillion, who I love his series, The Rookie.
Yeah! I've been watching The Rookie. We watched that.
We can talk about that at the end of the episode.
Yes, we can. We can do all kinds of things.
Season 6 is coming to Netflix on Friday.
Is it? Nice. I know what I'm doing then.
No, but I don't think they've downloaded season 5 and then just jumping straight to 6.
Oh well, who cares? At least you get another series. Netflix has a habit of stopping production of all the good series which I really want to watch, so long as they have another series.
So it takes up for an 8th year.
Yay! That's good.
And I seriously think that Lucy, for one, will pass that exam, and 2, I think she and Bradford.
Oh, I hope they do, because I'm really getting sick of this love thing. I love a good slow burn as much as the next person. I mean, I've watched Bones. I had to wait 12 series for those two to get together. But those two, what the hell? They need to just...
Okay.
They just need to get together.
Maybe I'm not going to say anything because I've seen a lot of shit on social media.
Spoilers! No! No spoilers. Come on, Kate, you're better than this.
Hey, it's not my fault. I freaking love stuff from that series. Alright, let's get into Percy Jackson.
Please.
Which book from the original series is your favourite?
Battle of the Labyrinth, I would say.
Mine is actually Titan's Curse.
I can see why that would be your favourite, but I like the Battle of the Labyrinth is because you get reintroduced to Nico after his absence, and he's like the biggest emo diva known to the world, and I love it. It's great. And he becomes the Ghost King, which is just an epic chapter all by himself. So Nico's the best, by the way. He's my favourite character. If you haven't been able to figure that one out, he's awesome.
Okay, I will say Titan's Curse, my favourite part, which shows just how much he is in freaking love with Annabeth.
Oh, yeah.
Is when Artemis picking her new lieutenant.
Yeah! I mean, Parcel Beth are just such a good... They're just the OG couple. And you're not really supposed to... Everyone prefers, like, the side couples, but they're OG for a reason. They're very good. I mean, I like the part in, like... I think it's in the second series with the Romans, and Annabeth drops her knife into the lake, and Percy just comes out and like, you dropped this! And then desecrates the rest of the enemy. I find that rather good. It was very sweet as well.
Yeah. I will say one thing, though. I wish they didn't kill off Zoe.
Right?
Kat and Talia would have been the ultimate enemies to lovers.
You say that, but they now have got Reiner in the Hunters of Artemis, so those two might be like badass lieutenants together.
Yeah.
Because I can...
Yes. Oh my god, I was going to go on a tirade about that last week and you shut me up.
Yeah, I said save it to this episode, so go. Tirade. Aloud.
Okay. 1, those two warriors. 2, both Hunters of Artemis. 3, they say turn your back on all men, not women.
Yeah. Big time. Those two would be such a badass couple, and Artemis would be like, yeah!
Goddamn illusion towards... it's such a fucking single letter.
Yeah, and the good thing is, Ryan is also, like, Princess of the Amazons, and I feel like they would, like, spend the summer at...
Princess of the Amazons.
Well, yeah, because her sister's, like, Hippolyta, and they were the ones that, in the temple, where the Percy got turned into a guinea pig.
Is she technically Princess of the Amazons? Is she still a member?
Well, even if she was left and became a Roman, she is still technically part of the Amazonians. So I reckon the Artemis, like the Hunters of Artemis and the Amazons would like have like sparring days, or they would just chill out with each other and just like bitch on men, because I can see that happening.
You know what I reckon? I reckon they have like this deal where if they have any troublesome boys come the Amazons' way, they get backup from the Hunters and vice versa, and in exchange they get secret trade deals on all the goods. Yeah.
When we were first introduced to the Hunters of Artemis, I gotta say, I was so jealous of the, like, pocket camp. Because it's like, they have a tent and everything they need in, like, a little pocket square. And I'm like, I want one of those so bad. Like, that would make me go camping. If I had everything just in one little thing, and it just pops up, already made, and all done, and the fire going. I would love that.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Harry Potter book 4.
Oh, here we go. We're off on another one.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I think everyone can pretty much figure out what I'm talking about.
Yes, they can. I mean, it's a bit of a black hole, these fandoms, isn't it? Because you kind of got, like, the big three book fandoms, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You've got Harry Potter.
Although, I will... Like, but the thing is, if we go into Harry Potter, then I'm going to go on a Twilight rant.
I hope it's a bad rant, because Twilight is shit.
Movies are shit. Books are actually not that bad.
The books aren't bad. Movies are terrible. But I hate the entire storyline of Twilight. It makes no sense.
They were supposed to leave about 15-20 minutes ago.
Oh, they just love you so much. They can't bear to leave you. I wish my parents would leave.
Well, I have an only child.
Oh, you lucky duck. You sure you don't want any of my siblings?
Got all frozen and weird on us.
Yeah, my sister yelled at me because I took her slippers. I didn't. She took them off me, and they were downstairs, and she yelled at me for taking them again. Siblings are so annoying. Be glad you don't have any. Seriously.
Got all, like, frozen and pixelated.
Oh. I'll be able to do that. It should be fine. But, it's just very annoying. I can hear them downstairs. It's just, they won't shut up. You should probably get back to Percy Jackson.
I take you seriously, I just pretend not to.
Rude, but fair. Oh, we should probably get back to the...
This is how you know that we have become good friends. Holy shit.
What?
It's been almost 8 months since the day we met.
Oh dear. Really?
It'll be 8 months next Thursday. Or Friday.
Friday. We met on Friday. Damn. When has that gone?
What the hell?
8 months of putting up with you. Wow.
Please. There's 8 months of crazy ass text that no one can see.
Yes. And very odd messages, which I don't particularly understand, but it happened. And then there's the 15 episodes of this lovely podcast. Shit. That's gone quite quick. Oh my god, hell. It's fine.
I did not fall all the way off the chair this time.
Oh, you saved yourself. That's good. Progress is being made.
Yeah. For anyone who wants the context on that, go listen to episode 14.
Yeah, last episode, Kate was cartwheeling off her chair quite often.
You were the one who was making me laugh.
It's not my fault. You were just in a very laughable mood that day. It's not my fault.
Wait, did we record on a Saturday or a Sunday?
I think we recorded on a Saturday.
Hold on. We recorded 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. Let me see if it's the date that I think it is.
I know it was 2 weeks ago because I couldn't record last week because...
You know what? I'm pretty sure we recorded on a Friday.
If we normally record on a Friday.
Saturday was Athena's birthday.
Yes! So we did upload on a Friday. Yes.
No, we recorded Friday, uploaded on a Saturday, and I had one of those days at school where everyone was making me fucking laugh.
Oh, yes, that would make sense because you were in a laughable mood. Right. Figured it out, folks. We figured it out. Took a while, but we figured it out. Okay.
This is just gonna be like Percy Jackson
Catch-up session. It's fine. We've done worse episodes. We literally did a catch-up session because we didn't speak for like a month. So we had an entire thing like that. Anyway, back on track, Percy Jackson. Who was your favourite Roman character? Or like new character in like the Roman saga?
Hazel.
Yes! Hazel was awesome. Agreed. She took on Gaia by herself and won. Yes. Sorry.
And then, like, if we're talking, like, Roman saga but new characters in general, I also love Leo, because Leo is the male version of me.
Male version of you. Yes, I can definitely see that. All you gotta do is find a male version of Calypso who isn't, cuckoo as an epic. So, yeah. You gotta go to an island and find someone then. That's what you have to do.
I just gotta go to the fucking Mediterranean, because then I'll find one of those guys that is, like, my type. Like, you remember that picture I sent you?
Yes. You gotta find.
I mean, he was hot.
We have very different tastes. It's fine. Okay. I quite like my favourite character. I think Frank is quite cool. Because he's just underrated. Poor everyone else has like autism or ADHD or dyslexia. Poor Frank is there as a Canadian with a lactose intolerance. He's just there like, I'm the only sane one in this entire group and I am trying.
Best life. I wish I had ADHD or dyslexia. All I got was lactose intolerance.
Yeah. All I got was lactose intolerance. Have a cookie. His grammar's awesome too. He's like,
you could see right what I was saying.
Yes.
I think of like a mixture of Frank and Leo.
Frank and Leo. I would say you're more Percy, like the sassy version of him, if that makes sense.
And then that's the fact that I don't have ADHD or dyslexia.
Well, you need to be tested. Because if last episode's any indication, we're both somewhere on that spectrum. Okay, who was your favourite, like, side couple? Other than Percy and Annabeth. In Percy Jackson, who was, like, your favourite other couple?
My favourite other couple, even though they only got featured, like, 1 or 2 books. Selena and Charles.
Oh... Yeah. That's such a tragic romance now. And it's all Percy's fault that it ended.
He didn't know that Beckendorf didn't make it out.
I think the explosion might have gave him some sort of idea. Well, I do agree that when Percy came back and he just shook his head, it's just like, I actually cried. It was really depressing.
Huh. But other than that, they only got like a 30-second, 40-second mention.
I know. It's more, I think Clarice and Celine probably had better chemistry, in my humble opinion, than Selena and Beckendorf.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I think those two were cheating on their significant others with each other.
Oh... Yeah, I kind of agree. If not, like...
When Selena was on her deathbed, like, the way Clarice is acting, that's not normal best friend behaviour.
No, I mean, if you did, I would be really, really bummed and pissed at you. I'd be slapping you to try and keep you awake. But I wouldn't be doing what Clarice did. No way now. I'd be like, no, you're not allowed to die.
I'd be smacking you.
You'd be dying. You wouldn't be able to be smacking me. You'd just be yelling at me.
Was the other way around.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, but I agree with you. Those two definitely had something going on in the background. Maybe before she met Beckendorf, or before Beckendorf asked her out, those two had like a thing going on, and then Beckendorf asked Selena out, and she felt complied to accept because she didn't feel comfortable with herself, or something like that. Because I can see that happening, even if she's an Aphrodite kid.
Oh my god, you know what I think they may have had something?
What?
After Chris first went into the labyrinth.
Yes.
Because Clarice would have been upset that Chris went into the labyrinth because they were dating.
Yeah.
Selena's first instinct would be to comfort, like, child of Aphrodite type stuff.
Yeah.
And she accidentally charm speaks.
Yes. That's a good angle. I didn't think about that. I do like that.
Timing, location, accidental, powers.
And like her mum, Selena could have accidentally manipulated, like, Clarice. Because Aphrodite in the books, and kind of in mythology in real life, biggest manipulator ever. I mean, look at Troy. That's just paramount, like, example of Aphrodite being manipulative.
Speaking of Troy, like, in general, like, the artist, he's released a couple of new Zodiac songs.
He has, yes. I saw him doing one for Sagittarius. It was just him, like, looking at him. And when he was listening to himself back, he was just like, I am awesome. It's just like, yes, Troy's awesome.
No, but, like, I think the best one
Yeah.
For that? And he said, and he did like Under the Lights, and he said, I sound like Link. That I literally thought, Link, did you just possess this man?
I like how all the actors in Epic are like voice actors. They're all kind of still like talking to each other and they're helping each other out. I love that. I find that so cool.
Troy and Al.
Yeah.
All of it.
Anyway, I think I will talk about this because I need to get this off my chest. Will and Nico, your thoughts and opinions.
Okay, I haven't seen much of that because I'm going to read Trials of Apollo in the next few weeks. But of course, that.
You haven't read it yet?
Amy.
Kate.
Are you that surprised with the amount of shit?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm just kind of disappointed. Those books have been out for a while.
Well, from what I've seen, like on social media and stuff, they seem like a really good couple.
I mean, in like at the end of Heroes of Olympus, they have that whole thing. You are staying in the infirmary for 3 days so I can look after you. He's like so demanding, and Nico's just like, okay, fine, I'm scared of you now. I found that hilarious. Will and Nico, because I found it hilarious because it's Nico. Everyone's scared of Nico, and we're just like, dude, you were like 5'2". Get in the infirmary, or I will drag you. I find that very cute. Just like, aww, nice. So yeah, Solangelo, my favourite ship. My OTP. I love them dearly. And Nico's my favourite character just because.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Moving away from this ship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts in general of the series' portrayal of mythology? Do you feel like it's accurate and close to what we have actually heard of and seen in this?
I think it's getting more accurate. I mean, if you look at 2012, the stuff that came out around then, entirely inaccurate. But the stuff coming after COVID, so, you know, BC and AC, is it AC? Whatever. Okay, so the stuff after COVID, it's getting a lot more realistic, and people are staying actually true to either the books, the myths, or the songs which are surrounding mythology. So it's becoming more and more realistic, I think, as time goes on, because I think people are becoming a lot more interested in history because of how bad the world is getting currently. If that makes sense.
Exactly. And like, Rick, to credit to him, he does really well at portraying myths. But I feel like his earlier works are a little less like to the actual plot of the myths in comparison to his later works like Heroes of Olympus.
Yeah. You can see how much he's trying to like make it simpatico with the mythology which is around. Which I think it shows not only his writing growth but his personal growth, because it's very much, he's trying very hard to be a lot more inclusive, especially in America, since he's based in America. So he's trying to give like the younger generations a bit more hope and some characters that they can sympathise with, which I think is amazing because a lot of writers don't really do that. So
I just hope his books don't get put on the Project 25 list.
I think they already have. Well, I know a few of them have already.
The list.
They're not on the top, but it's like Heartstopper's on the top of the list, and like Hunger Games and Handmaid's Tale and whatever. But Percy Jackson, I think, is at the bottom for kids.
No, but like, to be fair to them, I do think that Handmaid's Tale is a reasonable one because of how gory it is.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's fair to them to just take it out of everything. I mean, freedom of choice is a very real thing, and the entire Trump administration right now needs to get JFK'd.
I'm pretty sure it's being taken out of like school libraries and stuff, which is fair enough. I mean,
yeah, school I get, but public libraries is a bit of a stretch.
Are they moving it out to public libraries now?
I think they're trying to. Well, we got a lot more political than I intended to, and I apologise. That's kind of hard not to be these days.
What was your feeling when you read the first Heroes of Olympus book?
I was so pissed off. I was like, where the hell is Percy? And who is this blonde kid? I loved Leo and Piper. I loved that dynamic. But Jason, I just found really annoying. And Annabeth being like, where the hell is my boyfriend? And being done with everyone was like exactly what I needed. So I quite like that book. Here's the Numbers. Awesome. It is my favourite series.
I'll say, I didn't like it initially when I was first reading it. I was like, where the fucking hell is our main man? But when they gave the context of him being missing, I was like, oh shit, that plays this pretty well.
Yeah, they did. I was very impressed with Rick Riordan. I mean, Uncle Rick knows how to write. I'm always so happy with him, and he's such a troll as well.
Here's the fun part. They didn't just swap any two demigods.
Yeah, they swapped the big kids.
The most powerful. They swapped two of the big three.
Yeah, it's rather ironic that. I mean, how did they go missing? So they just did whoop.
It showed how even the strongest are vulnerable.
Yes. I mean, I know they're the strongest, but they don't exactly act like the strongest. I mean, Jason ate a stapler and fell in love with a brick. And Percy's Percy.
That's all we need to say on that.
Just saying. I mean, they might be powerful, but they're very dumb. Alright. Fortunately, I am being summoned again, so I believe we'll have to wrap it up there, ladies and gents.
Yeah, we might need to do a part 2 on this one.
Probably. We'll discuss that next week.
Tell you what, let's leave this part 1 for a couple of weeks and come back, because I'm probably going to have a lot more time on my hands to read.
Yeah?
Come back once I've read Trials of Apollo.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, you're doing the outro.
Alright, thank you all so much for listening to episode 15 of Melodies of the Gods. Finally, next week we will be back with our Norse mythology content.
After long awaited.
Since we were meant to do a Norse myth episode.
4 weeks, something like that? A month now, something? So we're finally back on track, folks, so stick around for it, okay? We will see you all next time.
Love to everyone. Amy, go enjoy your time with your family.
Fine. Okay, bye everyone, thanks for tuning in.
One of them annoys you, just bring out the demon doll.
That's a very good point. Good idea. I will bring out my demon doll. Okay, thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you next time. Bye.